can call him, or the man of the morning, whichever way you want to look at it.
I think he's going to be the man of the next 5 years, Leanne. Thank you very much. Wade Van Niekerk, Sportsman of the Year for 2015, People's Choice for 2015, and Sports Star for 2015. Congratulations, Wade.
Thank you so much.
They actually just played a highlights package from last night of the awards ceremony, and your reaction. I don't even think you were expecting to win Sportsman of the Year, let alone People's Choice and Sports Star.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, this is really a bunch of guys who inspired me and motivated me as an athlete to want to chase my dreams. And yeah, I'm busy competing against them for Sports Star and Sportsman and People's Choice of South African awards. And I mean, like I said yesterday as well, to me, I was happy enough just to represent my country, and now I'm being rewarded for it.
Has it actually sunk in? I'm sure you touched those two cars that are now yours. Has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, I was actually still in bed. I was sleeping quite nice, dreaming about my cars, and the minister called me telling me I must come over for the breakfast. So I had to cut that dream a bit.
And they are two magnificent dream cars. But I understand that just a week ago, you went and bought your own car.
Yeah, we actually went for a service for the car that I was currently busy with, and we drove past this car, and I told my dad, let's go check what's happening next to the dealership. And we saw the car, and I was like, please, can I have this car? And he was like, no, wait. And I was like, no, please, can I have the car? So we were debating this last few weeks about the car, and luckily I got it, and now I got another two.
Another two magnificent cars.
Yeah.
I saw your coach, Tani Botha, as you guys call her. Yeah. She was in tears backstage. She just said, we've had the most magic year. And then I saw your mom join her afterwards. This was after the award ceremony. And she shared something with me that you shared with the family. Because they said to you, you do know that if you win People's Choice, you're going to win a car. And what did you say to your stepdad?
Well, I actually, because he sacrificed so much for us these last few years. I mean, if you look back at the last few years, he actually made sure that I've got a car, my mom's got a car, but he always used to use his own ways of getting to work. And I'm just glad that I could tell him, here's a car for you as well, and you can drive yourself around without relying on us.
So you're going to give one of the cars to your stepdad?
Definitely.
That's absolutely magic. But now you've got another car that you've got something to do with.
I think that one's gonna be between my mom and I. We'll decide who drives which car every day. But I think the VW is mine, and we'll share the Mercedes.
Wade, I mentioned that moment that we had behind stage, and other than your mom sharing what you had said to the family about the vehicles, she also said it's just the most amazing journey that Wade's been on. It's been a very tough physical journey over the last couple of years, and it's also been a very spiritual journey. Can you just explain to everybody what has been happening and what's actually led to this point? Because, I mean, at last year's Commonwealth Games, people are like, where is this kid from? He is just absolutely amazing, winning a silver medal over 400 meters, but it's taken a lot of hard work and dedication. That's why they say an overnight success takes so many years to actually make.
Yeah, I actually started off as a sprinter, 1 and 2 sprinter, and due to injuries and continuous injuries for the last few years, before 2013, I was really struggling to find form again, and once I got to 2013, I started seeing some more growth and consistency in my performances, and I think it just really opened up more doors for myself, and I really started believing in myself. And then obviously spiritually, I just accepted that I serve a powerful God, and that He's gonna pull me through every challenges that I have. I mean, He took me from someone who didn't really have a dream to someone who represented the country to someone that started winning races. And I mean, I just leave it all in His hands. When I go on the blocks every day, it's just, God, I leave it all in your hands. I'm just going to put it all out on the track. Whatever happens, happens, and I leave it in your hands. And luckily for me, everything just went my way this last few years.
Oh, it certainly has. Minister, last night you said this is the real deal. This is no fake. This is no Fong Kong. This is the real deal, and this is the kind of role model that young people need to have.
Yes, I think in sports we create role models, and I want to salute Wade's parents who are here with us here today for giving birth to this not so handsome but beautiful young man. Wade came from IWF, and then at the airport he was met by his, I think, cousin. She's here, or whoever, then they said that is the mother. And then they attacked me on Twitter. Why didn't you receive him at the airport? He didn't tell me that when is he coming back, because he went to the Diamond Challenge. But this is what South Africa is about. We are a winning nation. We are a nation of dreamers. And today, through the Sports Awards and through Wade's participation, many lives of young people who believe in themselves will change for the better. And to be a sports star doesn't start at the age of 40. It starts at the age of 10. And we can produce it here in South Africa. This is homegrown advantage. He doesn't train in the United States, he doesn't train in Australia, he trains here at the National Training Center. And we produced him. This is a home ground advantage. And you can imagine if we put our resources together, how many Wade Van Niekerk will produce. How many talented youngsters out there whom we still need to get and give inspiration to. But I'm happy for him. At this age, I was in jail. At this age, he's got 2 cars, he's got 2 million, he's got 1 million to give to any person of his choice. 1 million. He's got to choose Boland, where he comes from, or Heidedal, I don't know. And I suppose all colored people are less prachtig vandag.
So Wade, on that note, your charities of choice that you're going to be giving half of your prize money for Sportstar and half of your prize money for People's Choice. Have you thought about it?
Well, I had a quick chat with my family last night, and obviously I had something on my heart, but I know that the premature people back in Cape Town plays a huge, or has a very close relationship with my mother, because I was a premature baby and she had to go through that difficult times, and now I think I owe her that to let her live out her ministry and try and save so much more premature children and support so much more premature children. And then now that I have another option, I'd love to obviously help out at church. We have about a thing called Food for Kids, where they feed children who's in need of food, obviously, and the daily meals that they need, and hopefully that can also just help the church develop their program.
So can you explain a day in Wade Van Niekerk's life?
It's very simple. It's just wake up, train, get back home. If I have a chance, I'll rest. Other than that, I'll try and spend time with my friends and family. Then it's off to my second and then third session, and after that I'm done. Then it's time to rest for tomorrow.
And that's why it's good to stay in Bloemfontein, because it's nice and quiet and you can just focus and there's not too many distractions.
Definitely.
Can you just tell us a little bit about the hand that the NTC played?
They've definitely played a huge role. I mean, I've built so much good relationships with the teams, but unfortunately at this moment I'm not working with them. I'm currently at the university due to unfortunate circumstances and some negativity that I couldn't understand yet or so, but I really enjoyed it when I was here. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Hajira, I mean, you must be sitting very proud as SASCOC, and also looking very forward to next year's Olympic Games.
Yes, I think we saw this at the Commonwealth last year. It's a pity he couldn't be at the 2012 Olympics because of injury. And obviously at the World Championships in Beijing. Wade, yes, you're going to bring that medal home for us next year in Rio, and you would be an Olympian, which is a dream of any athlete. That's a pinnacle of the triangle, so we're very, very proud of Wade.
Minister, Wade is obviously one of the big winners from last night, but we also had your Excellence Awards. Now, these were over 40 individuals that were rewarded for excellence. Can you just tell us a little bit about your Excellence Awards, where they come from, and why they're so important and close to your heart?
Every year we honor excellence and give recognition. And yesterday we honored Orlando Pirates, not for playing draw at the Orlando Stadium. We honored them, for the second time, and then we give prize money. And then if I'm correct, we up the prize money for excellence. Individual players of Orlando Pirates, each one of them will get 30,000 rand for reaching the finals of the CAF Championship.
Wow.
And then we honored Banyana. Each one of them will also get 30,000 rand. And then because they are Banyana, we said each one of them must get 40,000 rand because they don't get paid, you know. And then we honored the Springboks. I don't know what they're going to do with that money because they've got money already. For reaching the third bronze, you know, we honored them yesterday. And then we honored our team that participated in the All Africa Games, all of them. And then we honored IWF participants, Sunet, Anaso, Wade Van Niekerk, all of them, we honor them. So I settled the score with Sunet. I hope she's watching. She's a beautiful athlete. And I think South Africa deserves people like her. She did very well in maintaining that record of the bronze medal. And then we honored individuals in the media houses, including Robert Marawa. Robert Marawa is a good friend of mine and a great, commentator of sport. And then Estera from Umhlobo Wenene. We honored those individuals in terms of excellence. So, excellence is about a recognition we give to an individual for doing well for sport in whatever field that they participate in. We honored Thomas Mlambo because these are young stars in terms of, commentating, talking sport, are doing very well in different fields. So we do that every year. So what we have done now, we have changed. Instead of doing it all the time, the person wins, we will do it at the Sports Awards.
Okay, and you honored some retired sports stars and sports legends, and L.M. Dodana, Marsha Cox, as well as Jean de Villiers. Those were just a couple of names, and you mentioned a whole list more of the excellence winners. For those excellence winners that are here, can I ask you just to stand up for us, for those that won excellence awards last night? They're still sleeping. They're still celebrating, Minister. They're still celebrating. Let's give them a big round of applause in their absence. Anyway, the Excellence Award winners, thanks to the Minister of Sport and Recreation. And I know it's something that you really want to do all the time. You want to award those people that have made South Africa proud. But I'm sure it also comes with a question mark. Have you ever gotten the question of budget for those things? What happens if we have so many more South Africans that all of a sudden make us proud?
No, we do have the budget. That is why we've got a clean audit. We are not corrupt at Sports Awards. We gave you free alcohol, courtesy of MUM. Champagne was flowing yesterday. Minister of Treasury, please, that didn't come from the budget. It was sponsored to entertain people. We've got a clean audit, because clean audit, for those who don't understand, and those who understand accounting, it is an unqualified report without matters of emphasis. It means that you don't overspend, you don't have fruitless expenditure, you are not corrupt. And courtesy of DG Muyemi, Sumaya Khan, and the rest of the team. And you see the MEC from the Eastern Cape. She's well dressed today, you know. Well,
Minister, you were giving out awards for the best dressed last night. I hope you kept one aside for...
no, she'll get it today.
Oh, okay.
That was preserved for today. But I'm saying that there is budget, but also we do allocate money, for the sports awards every year. And for that, it is the money that I, as the minister, when I came in, I've got an advantage since I came into government to say I'm deployed by the ANC. In the ANC, we don't use I, we use we. But now I'm privileged to say I decided that we need to reward athletes. And you can imagine what it will do to individuals, you know, because we create millionaires. We don't want failures. And not only millionaires, he's not the only beneficiary. Charlotte Claus did benefit, Itumeleng Kune did benefit, Portia Modise did benefit, Hashim Amla did benefit. So the whole range of athletes who come through in terms of the sports awards do get benefits of it. And I know, unlike me, if I want that money, I would have bought a Louis Vuitton. But I know that he will invest it wisely. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. Hope she doesn't chow all that money, but it's okay.
Wade, when we speak about somebody winning like $1 million overnight, that's pretty much, it only happens in the scenario of actually winning the lotto. Did you lie in bed last night and feel like, I've just won the lotto, I think?
No, it was definitely something out of this world for me. I mean, I didn't really expect to be a millionaire over a year. There's some people who work their whole life to get to where I am. So I'm just really blessed and grateful for the position I'm in. But obviously that brings in responsibility for myself, and I have to start thinking about my future and trying to find wise ways to invest my money. So I'm going to take it slow and try and invest in things that I could benefit in at the end of the day.
Wise words from a young man.
But I just want to say that it's not all the time that young stars, and wait, I'm saying this in front of you and I'm saying it again. He did not win because he was made a favor.
Yeah.
He has worked for it. You know, when a criminal drives a Lamborghini and then passes by, you celebrate a criminal. We are celebrating a real person who wakes up every day, work very hard, sweat and blood, and then wins.
Yeah,
you know.
because Karani James and LaShawn Merritt certainly didn't give you any favors. They were chasing you down on that last 150 meters.
Fantastic. I don't think we must miss the point. We must understand that all youngsters out there, you work hard, dedicated, you sweat, and then you toil. You will win big in a lifetime.
Hard work pays. Sometimes it may not seem like it, but I suppose that is the message this morning, that in the end, hard work really does pay, and it also develops a wonderful character that you can see in young Wade Van Niekerk. It's time for us to take a quick break. Do stay with us. We'll be back with you here on Morning Live. Remember the hashtag TNA BizBrief to get in any of your questions or your comments to Wade, to the Minister, to MEC, or to Hajira Kaji, who is the Vice President of SASCOC.